Hey up, hello. So it's Monday. Bench press, barbell curl, squats. Those are the main moves. After that, I'll do a few of the small moves just for a single set. Okay. So really, it's all about the single set, but the way that I'm doing it is put a weight on, do 2 sets of 5, and then the last set takes to failure. It just so happens that I'm now using a weight on the bench that is pretty close to failure anyway. So whether or not, in fact what I'm going to do, I'm looking at it now, I'm looking at the book, it says 95 kilos for 554. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to do the 10% reset. So 95, take away 10%, so round that off to 10, so let's call it 85. Yeah? This method it's not so crucial that you get perfect numbers, because the last set is going to be AMRAP, so it's going to be a good set whatever the number is. So I'm going to go down to 85 and I'm going to do 5, 5 and then an AMRAP. Hopefully I'll get more than 5. So it does come down more or less to the last set, but I wouldn't say the first 2 sets were irrelevant either. Curls, I'm going to do 2 sets of 6, 7, 8 reps, something like that. And then squats, it's going to be the same as the bench, 3 sets of 5. Last time I did 102.5 for 5, 5, 5, and that was really difficult. I think it was a PR in this recent phase anyway. It was a PR in the recent phase. Obviously in the grand scheme of things going back decades it was rubbish, but in this current phase it was a PR. So I got 5, 5, 5, so I am going to go for 105, which I'm not sure how that will play out, but we can only see. Okay. So done a little bit of warm up. I done the empty bar. I did 60 kilos. So this is 80 kilos for 1. Then I'm going to go 85 for the main set. Okay. Okay, so that's 80. So I'm just going to go 85. So this will be a set of 5, which no doubt I will get. About 2.5. 2.5. Okay, that's 85. Do some clips. That's 1. Okay, 2 clips. 2 clips on 85. So yeah, as I say, the idea is 5, 5, which at this weight I'm assuming is not going to be too difficult, and then the last set will be the hard one. Okay. I'm not going to wait for the timer. Well, maybe I am. Don't know what it is with this timer, but you can press the phone all day and nothing happens. Ah, here we go, got it. Okay, so we go. First set of 3 coming, first set of 5. Okay, so 5 reps. As I say, it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, that was alright. 5. Okay, another 5 coming up. So the idea on this progression is 3 sets, first 2 are 5, third one's an AMRAP. Okay, so long as you're hitting more than 3 sets of 5, you put another kilo on the bar next time. But if you fail, you reduce by 10%. So it's a reset. However, it's not frustrating, because even though you reduce the weight, you still go for an AMRAP. So you're still in the game, let's say. So I've just reduced the weight today from 95 to 80. Sorry, yeah, from 95 to 85. So that's near as damn it 10% reset. Last time I got 554. This time I'm hoping for 556. I don't know. Let's see. 557. I don't know. It will be a good effort though. I know that much. Whew. Just a minute to run down. So I'm doing this on a 3-minute timer on the bench. On the squats I'll use 5 minutes. So I like to have a good recovery on these big moves. Ego lifting maybe, but I don't intend to go much below 5 reps, if at all, if ever. Okay, half a minute, let's get in position. Another set of 5. Don't think it'll be too difficult, it should be alright. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so the last one's an AMRAP. So I'm hoping to get more than 5. So as I've said a few times, as long as you're beating 5s, you can keep progressing the weight. It's just a 1 kilo progress. In some ways, because of doing an AMRAP, you don't have to worry too much about the weight on the bar. I mean, you're still going to get. I mean, it is important. It's an important factor. You know, over time, it's got to be progressing in some way. But on any individual given session, if you're doing an AMRAP, you know you're going to get a good stimulus. Okay. With bench press, I don't mind going to absolute failure. I say absolute failure, let's say anyway. I don't mind going to failure on bench. Squats and deadlifts are a different matter. Okay, so this one's going to be like a failure set really. I'm hoping to beat 6. But, I'm just plucking that number from the air, from the ether. I said last time the final set was 95 for 4, so that's prompted a reset. After this is curls, I think I'll do barbell curls, straight barbell curls. Pretty much, I've got to strip this bar down anyway for the squatting, so I might as well do barbell curls. Oh, I did. I'm thinking about it now. I'm thinking about it. That yesterday I actually did press ups. I did a press up ladder. So maybe that's impacting on this, but very hard to tell because I've done this reset, so I'm not really comparing it to the last session. Anyway, here we go. So let's go for take his failure. Okay, I counted 8 and I'm stuck. Yeah, I counted 8. So that's it, that's good. So, as long as the last set's above 5, that means that next time I stick a kilo on the bar. So next time will be 86. I am going to micro load. Okay, set up for some curls. A couple of sets of curls. I don't know, 40 kilos maybe. Yeah, I'll go 40. Yeah, I was thinking for barbell curls, it's definitely a move whereby the weight on the bar is not the story, it's how you do the move. Now, generally speaking, I'm fairly objective about this process, and the weight on the bar is the main deal. You know, simple measurement, I suppose. But with barbell curls, I think it's slightly different. I find that you know, you got to be like, I don't know, 90% strict, let's say, to get the most out of them. I mean, there's no point in sort of like, you know, just make it into some sort of a hyperextension. Okay, put it on 40. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was younger, let's say, and I used to load the bar up to about 70 kilos, and they weren't pretty. Same with the upright rows. But you live and learn. quality always beats slop. That's what, you know. So to me, that's one of the reasons that I like the power lifts. It's very, very objective, especially if you're you know, if it's your training that you're doing it for yourself. So you're not trying to be judged on depth or whatever. You know, you're doing it for yourself. So you can set the depth as you like. You know, I squat down to a little box or whatever. I squat down to a height that I set, and I always touch. So to a very, very high degree, those reps are carbon copy reps. You know if you're improving or not. I mean, even when the squatting, you can cheat it somewhat. Or let's say for example, you do a rep and you stand there for an age, do another rep. That's far easier than simply knocking out the reps consecutively, one after another, without any pause. So yeah, there's always going to be some sort of subjective factor that you can manipulate to make it easier. But I find all in all with the power lifts at home, like for example the bench press. You know, yeah, you can do all sorts of contortions and, you know, make a massive arch or take your bum off the bench or whatever. You can do all sorts, but you know, if you're strict with yourself at home and you do carbon copy reps, I find that you get a highly objective measurement of if you're progressing or not. Okay, so this one, I've got no idea what to go for. I'm just going to go for a single set, no rest pause or anything. That was a failure. It's a good 7. Okay, and this second set, I think I will do a rest pause. You know, I am making this up as I go along to a large extent. I think there is an element of consistency. You know, I am by and large doing a set of movements that's relatively consistent. I mean, a lot of that is constrained by the equipment that I've got. But I think that simply doing the same sort of moves over and over and over again with the same schemes and the same protocols, and, you know, just following a set pattern over and over again, quickly you're going to get adapted. And as I say, I've only got a limited set of equipment, so I've got to find my I don't know, my novel stimulus by other means. So yeah, I'm constantly changing that stimulus, but there is a high degree of consistency because I'm using the same sort of movements over and over and over again. So yeah, I mean, I might be doing squats with a band, without a band, to one depth, to another depth, certain rep schemes, high reps, low reps, but the common theme is I'm doing squats. So those have been a common feature for a while. Okay, so last set, I'm going to do a rest pause. So simply take it to failure, 10 big breaths, go again. Usually I don't know, I've got 7, so maybe I'll only get about 5, and then I'll probably get about 2 or 3. Okay, here we go. Right. Two. That's it. Stick at that. Okay, so now we are squatting. So that's the deck set up. Yeah, you can't see that, can you? Let me see if I can make it more visible. I can't see it now. Okay, so where my fingertip is, I don't think you can quite see it, but I'm not going to mess about anymore. Oh, that went on easy. Hole 5. That's good. I say it's good. It's always makes you think, okay, the belt is very tight, I'm getting fatter. Okay, but the belt is very tight, that means I'm bigger and the squat's going to be easier. So, swings around about, I suppose. But yeah, the belt went on very easy at hole 5, so hole 5 is my measurement. I think that's like my line in the sand. So in many ways, you know, my body weight is not something that I track at all, hardly, not very often anyway. I don't track body weight much, but you know, obviously I can't help but track this belt. So hole 5 on this belt is where it's at for me. That's as big as I'm ever going to get, hopefully. Put it this way, if I can't get in hole 5, I'll consider it to be a negative, a failure. I wonder why squatting is so hard for the first reps. I mean, it's not the weight, obviously. 20 kilos. It's just the. Oh, the knees and the tendon, everything just feels like, you know, horrible. It never varies, so it's not something. I'm not making any big negative feature about it. It's always the same. And it always warms up, and you always end up squatting nicely. But why it can't just be nice from the beginning? I don't know. Okay, 60 kilos. This is one of the reasons why a lot of my warm-ups are sort of like singles. It just feels so awful until you get going. I'll just hold it down there at the bottom for a second or two. Yeah, I think some people also, I've already had a comment on my squat style, which is significantly sort of, well, I call it bent over. So you're definitely bending over, but I'm not convinced that the vertical back idea is a good one. It certainly works for some people. I mean, Tom Platz comes to mind. A beautiful looking squat. It looks really good. When when your back is very vertical, and you're just going, like a piston going up and down. But I fought against sort of like the bent over squatting for a long time, but then I came across a Mark Rippetoe starting strength, and he seems to say bent over is the way to go. I suspect that some of it is individual as well. I suspect that people who are quad dominant, probably like Platz, can squat, the quads are providing a lot of power in the squat. They tend to be more of the vertical back, whereas people like myself that are more posterior chain dominant, so it's, hams, glute, lower back. People good at deadlifting, let's say, they tend to bend over more. Okay, so this is 70 kilos, so it's another single. Start to feel a bit better. 280. Okay, the knees feel a lot better. Same old, never any different. I love to be able to just leap in from scratch, and the knees just felt nice and everything was lovely, but that's not the case for me. Okay, I think I'll go to I'll put 85 on. Put 85 and it'll be 105. I've got no 10s. Oh, I have. Okay, so that's 85. Final warm-up single. I mean, whether or not these singles are a good idea for warm-ups, I doubt. But it feels nice just to do one rep, and obviously you're not wasting a lot of energy. So just getting under the bar there, that becomes so much easier. You know, the first rep is, you know, struggling just to get under the bar, and then it just becomes so easy. It's like almost now I'm like too mobile. Okay, that's 85. I'm going to put 105 on. These ugly 10s, but wait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is now in PR territory for this this current run for a few months. That's 105. Come on, Darlington. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Come on, outside. Okay, I'm going to put on a 5-minute timer. So there's 3 sets of squats on a 5-minute timer. Okay, so 5 reps, here we go. Yep. Yeah, buddy. $105 for 5. Yeah, good, definitely. Didn't feel terrible. I'll see you one day, you know, just when you're doing the 20 rep stuff, I think you slightly lose the technique. When you're only doing 5 reps, technique seems a bit better. I could definitely feel I was bracing better. I don't know what you can make of it, if anything. I mean, it's not something you can probably not something you can see at all. But I felt that I was bracing better against the belt. Well, the 20 rep squat. You're so struggling with the breathing, or for me anyway. You know, the breathing becomes so difficult. Okay, so this is 105. Now, I put it out on the internet you know, several times, you know, recently. You know, I used to rep out 200 kilo for squats, and it's like either, you know, yeah, sure, whatever you say, or yeah, but you weren't natural. Yeah. How come your squatting now is so down? Why didn't you keep it? And all I can say is that if you know, atrophy is real. If you do, but I would say in my case, I probably exacerbated it because there is so much running. And I got so much into 5k racing, which, you know, I don't particularly regret it. I enjoyed myself in a sense, you know. I mean, what is enjoyable about this? It's a sort of like it's achieving, isn't it? It's putting a goal in your mind and getting it. You know, the actual process is, you know, it can be agonisingly painful. And I think particularly 5k running, you know, you really got to slaughter yourself to make any improvements. But it's one of those things. It was at that time it was low hanging fruit, and I remember the first time I did it. It took me about 45 minutes, and I felt such shame that I thought I've got to pick this up. No, not really thinking that I was going to be embarking on a serious endeavour. But I was thinking, no, I'll do it for a while. Get below 30 minutes, let's say, which will come easy. Yeah, sure. I think, you know, the mitigating factor being, you know, body weight. You know, I was a 90 kilo plus power lifter when I started. So, you know, I mainly competed just under 90. Okay, 5 more. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Phew, done it. 5. Okay. That's 2 lots of 5. 1 more to go. Yeah. So this is the same protocols I'm using for the bench. You have to get 3 sets of 5 to put the weight up. The last set, ideally, you get more than 5. Now, this is my second time on this protocol, squatting. So, last time we got 102.5 for three sets of 5, and the last set was hard. The last set was very hard. So this is 105. So I'm guessing that this is at best going to be another set of 5, which will be a good step forward. That'll be a 2.5 kilo step forward. 3 sets of 5, 105 compared to 102.5. It's a bittersweet victory. every time you get the 3 sets of 5, you know what's coming. You know you can put the weight up. But I'm going to go for it, obviously. So if I get this one, the next one will be 107.5 on Friday. So I'm doing squatting and benching Monday and Friday. That's twice a week. Seems reasonable. Seem to be with the herd. Yeah, I'm also intrigued by the more, how can we put it, the more exotic approaches, you know, squat every day, and I've had a go at it in the past. All I find, you know, with that sort of thing, and I think this is in general, you start thinking about what you're not doing. And that always scuppers me, and now I'm wary of it. You start thinking, oh, I'm putting all my, you know, okay, I'm squatting every day, it seems to be working to a certain extent, you know, it's not, might not be anything miraculous, but, you know, now and again I'm putting another rep on, or now and again there's a bit of weight going on. So it's definitely not going backwards, that sort of thing. But then you start thinking, well, I'm putting all my effort into this squat and everything else is like, you know, either playing second fiddle or just not participating. The thing about squatting, I find, is that it takes a lot of rest. You know, between sets. It doesn't have to, I suppose, but it does for me. Time consuming. Whereas the other stuff, you know, you can tend to go a bit faster and get more done. But anyway, you know, moral of the story for me, you know, squatting every day is, I'm not going to rule it out that I'll never do it again, but I doubt it. Short stints maybe. You know, I can imagine if you have some time off and you start off with the empty bar, squatting every day, and just take it up to about 100 kilos or so, you probably get there very quickly. Okay, we're going again. Last set of 5, hopefully. Okay, so if I get 5 now, that means this weight is done, and I'm going to the next level. So 5 to level up, let's say. Yeah, good one. 5 to level up. Leveled up. Woo! Yeah. Okay, so Friday it'll be 107.5. So what I've got coming next is like some single sets. Done rest pause though. So single sets done rest pause, just to quickly cover so I've got skull crushers, hyperextension, abs, calves, wrist curl. It's all pretty much little stuff really. So let's do it. Let's do skull crushers. But yeah, I mean that's the main body of the workout done. It was a good success. So I think I'm going to stop recording there. But yeah, I'm going to say another step forward. Don't know what you can see of it. So that's a 20 pair of 5s, 2.5 and a 10 on the end. So the whole thing came to 105. Anyway, bye.